NBA YoungBoy reacts to Lil Keed passing away. Lil Keed was very good friends with a lot of people in the music industry. He built a bunch of good relationships with top-tier celebrities. But one of the people he got very close with over the years is the one and only NBA YoungBoy. YoungBoy and Lil Keed met each other a few years back at an event that took place in Los Angeles, California. At the time, Keed was always rolling around with Young Thug. Keed had just gotten signed to Young Thug's YSL label. Luckily for Keed, Thug explored his talent early on, and he got on with the YSL team just in time. If you were a Lil Keed fan before he passed away, you know that he was the future sound of the YSL label, especially after Young Thug and Gunna recently got arrested. These guys are looking at facing a long time behind bars. It would have been on Keed to keep the business running, but unfortunately he lost his life instead. His loss has been devastating for many people, but I can imagine how hard this news has been for Young Thug to hear. Thug has been facing the hardest moment of his life. He recently released a statement claiming that he's being held in inhumane conditions. He barely gets any human connections and doesn't get any sleep at night. Thug has a lot to complain about, and now his closest homie lost his life. This must be very hard for him to deal with. It's also been very hard for Lil Keed's good friend NBA YoungBoy to hear. YoungBoy has taken to his social media accounts to express how he feels about the loss of his good friend Lil Keed. I've seen NBA YoungBoy experience a lot of different moods, but I've never seen him like this. You can tell that this unfortunate news has YoungBoy on the last string. This news has obviously been devastating for the whole music industry, considering Keed has already had such a huge impact on the sound of modern-day hip-hop. Homage is being paid to Keed from everyone in the industry, and he is definitely respected. But out of everyone's reactions to Lil Keed's passing away, the most interesting one by far is NBA YoungBoy's. What's even more interesting is there's just been news released saying that Lil Keed's passing is somehow connected to the current case of the YSL team is facing. This whole thing has been a mess to begin with, and it's even been hard for law enforcement to put together. That's why there hasn't really been any news released on the cause of Lil Keed's passing. It's obvious that the feds are holding this news from being released to the media for a reason. And after doing some deep research, I think the Lime Report team might have found something out about this case that nobody is supposed to know yet. But first, we'll take a look at NBA YoungBoy's reaction to Lil Keed's passing. I must warn you, it's pretty hard to watch, so leave now if you can't handle this. We'll also be explaining why we think Lil Keed's passing is related to the YSL team's current case. According to the document we found about Keed's passing, our theory seems pretty legit. For today's video, we'll be diving deeper into all these topics. Be sure to stick around and watch this video until the end as we get into things one detail at a time. Trust me, you don't want to miss a thing. Oh yeah, welcome to Lime Report. We post daily celebrity news and updates that you really should know about if you're a fan. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Don't forget to leave a like and comment keyword NBA YoungBoy to enter a chance of winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. Now, let's get into this video. It's been tough to see NBA YoungBoy in the mood he's been in after losing his good friend Lil Keed. This has obviously been a very hard loss for the rap industry, but after seeing YoungBoy's reaction, it just confirms how important Lil Keed was to the industry. YoungBoy has had a rough past and has lost a lot of friends to the streets. Some passed away and some in prison. You'd think NBA YoungBoy is immune to the challenges of life by now because of how much he's gone through. But no, YoungBoy still has feelings, and it's obvious according to his reaction about Keed's passing. Lil Keed was only 24 years old and is on his way to becoming one of the biggest artists in the industry. It's very sad that Keed lost his life so early, and to be honest, it feels unreal. The YSL team is currently in some deep troubles, and according to how things are looking so far, it seems like Young Thug and most of his team are going to be facing a pretty long time in prison. So far, Young Thug's legal team hasn't been able to come up with any good news. Thug spent a lot of money on his lawyers, hoping they'd be able to come through and save him from this horrible mess, but so far, they haven't even managed to get him released on bail. Young Thug is living the worst conditions that he's ever experienced. And this is truly the hardest moment he's ever had to face in his life. This case is only going to get more interesting, and I'm kind of excited to see how things play out. The Lime Report team will be on top of all the news released on this topic, so be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Also, don't forget to leave a like and comment keyword NBA YoungBoy to enter a chance of winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.
You feel me? He always make Rose cry. All the time. It don't even be nothing big he do. It just, she's a baby. And Rose remind me of my daughter. My daughter, she 9 months. And she just... 14. I did like
6 months into losing.